Hey man, say man, look, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time. Really long time. I was taking care of stuff. Y'all know, like I was here, there, everywhere, and I forgot to be right here. This is my environment, it's my territory, the most important. So I was getting all the messages from y'all. Where's Saturn? Where did he die? Where is he coming back? Nobody asked me that. I know y'all don't care that much. But if anyone was concerned, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get my flow back. We're back in a flow state, so that won't happen again. I promise y'all. That was what, 1 month, 2 months? That won't happen again. I promise y'all. Like I said, I'm back. I'm here. That's the most important part. So content's coming back. And I ain't even gonna waste no time. Let's get into it. Y'all know what to do already. Like, subscribe, comment. So with me, I feel like the world is changing rapidly. I feel like that's the proper term to use. The world is changing every day, whether if it's a little bit of movement or a lot of movement over a period of time. The world is changing. But to me, I don't think that's a good thing, honestly. I'm not one to ever discredit anyone's life choices or what they do. Do what you want with your own life. But I just feel like in life, there's differences between wants and needs, and people prioritize a lot of wants more than needs. It seems like nowadays all people want to do is become nail techs, barbers, streamers, content creators, which is all cool. You know what I mean? I'm on the train right now, but that's all cool. But it takes away from stuff that is more necessary. I'm trying to use the right terms. More critical. Like doctors, scientists, lawyers, stuff like that. The positive thing about all that is that there are 8 billion people on this planet, so someone's bound to do something, and I'm not too worried. Someone's gonna do something. And if we keep progressing the way we are, we might have 16 billion people on this planet, which I don't think was the intention when the world was created or started, because you could say now we're overpopulated. If there are more people than resources, and when that happens, you get survival of the fittest. Like if we're in like a real like animal environment, you know, where animals, the strongest will survive, the weakest will die. I feel like we're gonna more and more get into that. We kind of are in a way, but I feel like more and more, if we keep progressing the way we are, we're gonna end up in that field. But 8 billion people, I don't know. I just feel like if you ask me, just start sending people to other planets. You know, how many planets in the solar system? 7 or 8, I can't remember. Send 1 billion to Mars, 1 billion to Jupiter, 1 billion to Neptune, and so on and so forth. And see how everybody does. I think we can make do. Yeah. But I just feel like sometimes in this life, people don't take things seriously. Like, I mean, your doctors right now are probably using AI to get through their undergrad, you know what I mean? Lawyers are probably doing the same thing. And people don't take marketing people seriously because they say they have the easiest major. But I just feel like in a world with so much like AI and stuff, it's just so much easier to like finesse the system. But I mean, I'm not gonna say AI is like the root cause of this, because we were like this beforehand. Like before AI, we had, what was it? Quizlet, right? I remember people on Quizlet. I mean, even Google, we had all that. So I just feel like AI is a big part of it, but it's not like the sole, like AI took all of this cheating stuff to a new level, you know what I mean? But before that, there was stuff here. So I don't even want to put it all on AI. But then again, I don't really want to fully agree with that, like what I just said, like how your doctors and stuff are cheating right now. Because I mean, that may be true, but there's a certain point you reach in like your time in college where it's like, AI can't even save you no more. Like, certain undergrad classes have nothing to do with your major anyway. So even if you are using like that to cheat in U.S. history, that's okay. And like, I'm not here to promote cheating or whatever, but you're not going to use history and that, but you need the class to pass to get to this stage. So, you know, yeah. But I feel like you can use it in your undergrad, but that's only going to take you so far to where there's gonna be a certain point where you can't even use AI no more. Like, it's gonna be hands-on stuff where AI can't save you, and that's gonna separate the people that actually were locked in, that wanted to pursue this, and the people that didn't want to pursue it and were just doing it to do it. So I just feel like you could say like your current doctors are cheating right now, but there's certain tests that you can't cheat. There's certain tests you need to pass to get licensed that you can't cheat on, you know, that you can't use AI. So it's like, it's gonna separate who was on their shit and who wasn't. So I wouldn't even worry too much. I know people are like, oh my God, my doctor in 5 years, I'm gonna be afraid because, you know, they're cheating right now. But I wouldn't worry because they're not gonna go far. And then you're gonna have the people that were actually studying and passed their T's and did all that, you know, they're gonna get you right. The world changes so much. I just feel like there's so much technology that I feel like where we are in life, we're very advanced, but that's not gonna stop us. Like, we're gonna keep on advancing until like the point where like I like to go back to this example. Like, smoking was such a normal thing in like the 70s and 80s, right? Almost everyone smoked. People were smoking inside their homes, inside restaurants, inside buildings. And it was such a normal thing. And it wasn't until this research came out that said how bad smoking was. Like, almost every condition that you look up that's like every cancer, a lot of it can be traced back to smoking. I'm not saying if you have cancer, it was because you smoked, but smoking can cause cancer, you know what I mean? Smoking can cause this health concern. Smoking can cause that health concern. So I just feel like a lot of people have cooled down now because of it, but it was such a normal thing at the time and we didn't know it because we weren't that knowledgeable on technology. So I just feel like, what is something that we do nowadays that we feel is normal, but 20, 30 years when technology is even more advanced, we're going to look back and say, that was really fucking up our bodies, that was really harming the environment. I don't know what I can think of right now because I just feel like I said, we're so advanced to like, I'm not going to say we know everything, but we know a lot of things. It's like, what more is there to discover? But I like to go back to that example because it's just like, it just shows how far we transgressed, or I don't know if that's the right word, evolved, whatever. Because the 80s was not that long ago, you know? A lot of people my age, parents, was around in the 80s. Maybe they might have been kids, but your grandparents were around in the 80s, and your grandparents were full adults, so they were probably smoking. Like I said, smoking was a really regular thing. People don't understand that. Almost everyone smoked because they just didn't know how harmful it was to their bodies. When I talk about technology moving forward and like, what are we gonna go from this to this? I keep like doing research because I be interested, and I do research on like for example, the phone. What's gonna replace the phone? And every time something pops up, it's like glasses. And I think what they mean is the meta glasses. These aren't meta glasses. I don't know why I point to these, but I feel like meta glasses is one positive. I don't want to say positive, but one step in that direction of like change from the phone to this. And my opinion on meta glasses, I feel like I don't know how do I put this? When I see videos online, like people trolling with the meta glasses, I laugh, you know what I mean? But I don't really care for them. I don't care to get them. They're just metas. I don't really see the hype around them. I feel like in the early days, it was funny, but now it's like so saturated to where it's just not original no more. Meta glasses used to get old people. It used to like, I feel like in the early days, meta glasses was like, it was so funny. Like, this clip is an example.
Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir?
Yeah, that's what they did to people. But I feel like now it's just so noticeable where almost if you have blacked out shades, people are like, are those meta glasses? They're so quick to point that out. So it's not even like original no more. And they see the blue light. People have said like you could put tape over it, but I just feel like once you see shades and they're like all blacked out, meta glasses, immediately people notice it. Because when something becomes so saturated, it's like so easy to recognize, you know what I mean? This is kind of a backwards story. I don't know how to, but just listen. So when I was working at my job about, maybe we'll go back 3 months ago, right? Some people walked in, and you know what people were doing with the meta glasses in the early days. This guy is an example. I don't know where he is now, but this guy is an example, right? People were mimicking him because of how funny it was, whatever. So these kids, maybe it was like 3 or 4 of them, they came in and they were doing exactly what he was doing, you know, yelling. They were going in corners of the store, yelling inappropriate stuff, and, you know, but they would separate. So when one person like a manager or something approaches that person and they tell them it's not them, another person on the other side of the store screams, and they're like, oh, okay, it's not you. And they just keep playing that until the manager loses their head, you know what I mean? So these kids came in and they were doing that. And me, I'm around the age bracket where, you know, I see all of this. I'm online, so I'm not like unaware. I see all of this. So I'm like, when I started hearing them doing it, I'm like, you know what, okay, that's not my place to go tell them, you know what I mean? I really didn't care because I knew what they were doing. Who am I to go say, no, y'all gotta stop doing that, whatever. I'm just an employee. It's all fun. They're not really hurting nobody, you know what I mean? So I didn't really care. You know, I could see them in the corner like doing it, but I didn't care enough. I really didn't care enough. So when my manager was getting pressed, and so he was looking for him, and you know, the game, you know, you find one, you think it's them, and then as soon as they say, no, it's not me, their friend on the other side of the store screams, and they're like, oh, okay, damn, it's not you, my bad, whatever. So they kept doing that until he eventually kicked them out. And I saw them leaving. But what surprised me about this group of people is that I didn't see any meta glasses. I didn't see any phones. I didn't see any cameras, I didn't see anything. I think they were just doing it for the love of the game. Like I was like, okay, they're getting their content, whatever. I don't see anything, no meta glasses, no nothing. So I'm like, oh, okay, so they're just doing it for the love of the game. The point is, that's how saturated this invention has become. To where when I see people acting a fool in public, I think they're trying to get some sort of content, some sort of thing to upload on their YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's just how heavily saturated the business is. So yeah, meta glasses, so noticeable. Yeah, so funny. I still laugh at all the TikToks and when I be swiping, but I wouldn't get metas myself. It's kind of cool. I've used them before, but no, I wouldn't get them myself. They're like, how much? I wouldn't get them myself. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't get them myself. But yeah, to put a bow on all this, that's how I feel about the future. Future is scary. Future is worrying. And yeah, I hope we all don't die. That being said, like I said, I apologize for being so far gone from my channel. Like, that's not me, you know what I mean? I'm not these influencers that goes 3 months, 6 months without posting, then drops a video saying I'm back, you know? If I'm gone, I really love what I do. I really love, even though I'm a small creator, people are like, you ain't even got that many subscribers, whatever. I really like what I do, so there's no one that's gonna stop me from, because I like what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I like what I'm doing. I like sitting here talking about random shit, going on and on, rambling, you know what I mean? Because I don't talk much, so when I come on here, I talk as much as I want, because I just like to. So yeah, apologize for being gone so long, but no, that won't happen. I hope that doesn't happen again, but yeah. Like I said, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all run this up for me. Like, subscribe, tell me whatever y'all want to see. Still shaky on it. Outro. I was about to say intro. I think my intro's solid, but I'm still shaky on the outro. I don't know what I don't know what I'd be saying. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's all, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. I'm gone.